Hey guys, what is up? This is White Karen and my name is Professor Wada, and in this video I'm going to give you an introductory basis, or rather overview of what this topic is all about. So this is our chemistry grade 11 work, and this is specifically talking about acid, bases and salt. And I believe that you that are watching, most of you have learned about acid, bases, and salt. And what we are just doing here at Radical Academy is to help you understand in details and probably give you the fundamentals of what an acid is and what a base is and also what a salt is. So if you are new to this channel, please make sure that you do subscribe to our channel so that each and every single time Radical Academy posts a video on this platform on our YouTube channel, you'll be the very first person actually to know that we have posted a video. Okay, so like I said, this is a grade 11 work, chemistry, and this must be done in term 1. Most of you, if you are doing this in term 2, or even toward the end of term 2, it's because you never actually followed accordingly the syllabus of your chemistry coursework. So what are some of the things that we are going to cover in this topic? Okay, so the first thing that you're supposed to cover is you need to understand how do you describe an acid, a base, alkalis, in terms of ions they contain or produce in solutions. Okay, so you have to be able to describe what a base is and also what an acid is and also what a salt is in terms of the ions, okay, they do contains in aqueous solution, or at least in solutions. Okay, that's our first objective that we must be able to cover. Then the second objective that we are supposed to cover is objective number 2. Describe the meaning of weak, a strong, dilute, and also concentrated acids and alkalis. Okay, so you have to be able to describe what is a weak acid, what is a strong acid, or even an alkali, which is a base, a soluble base. Okay, so make sure you do understand that those are the key fundamentals, okay, in order for you to pass your grade 12 final exam in science, specifically in chemistry. Okay, and objective number 3 is describe the pH scale. Okay, so number 3 is pH scale. Okay, so it is very imperative, or it is a must for you as a student to be able to understand what a pH scale is. At least you should be able to describe what a pH is all about. Okay, what does it do? What does it entail? Okay, when you find out, you say the pH of this acid is maybe 4, what does that actually translate to, or how do you interpret something like that? And then also the pH scale, okay, it's a scale that contains numbers, and then these numbers are translated in terms of acidity or even alkalinity. Okay, and then objective number 4, okay, objective number 4 now describe the neutrality, okay, neutrality, acidity, and also alkalinity in terms of pH value. Okay, so you have to understand neutral, so neutrality, and acidity, okay, and also alkalinity. Okay, okay, so is the acid is your acid or any substance a neutral substance? Like for example water, is it a neutral substance? And based on what number is a sign, or how do you know that something is neutral? And then also, is a substance an alkaline substance or alkalinity? Okay, is the substance an acidic substance, okay? So that you are able to understand what kind of a substance are you dealing with. Are you dealing with an acid substance or even a base, which is an alkali, okay, a soluble base, an alkali? Are you also dealing with a neutral substance, okay? Is it water that you're dealing with? And if it is neutral, what are some of the, how does that translate in terms of the pH scale? And then basically you come to determine okay, so now our objective number 5 is for you to determine, okay, to determine the pH value, okay, the pH value of a solution or even a substance, okay. So how do we determine the pH value of a certain substance? So make sure that this objective is understood so that whenever we come across a question in a past paper that actually specifically talks about this kind of equation or some kind of a setup, okay? So when they ask you, depending on the question, to say, can you determine the pH value of this substance? So make sure that you do understand what we mean by determining the pH value of a substance, okay? And we now move on to objective number 6. Objective number 6 is to demonstrate the characteristic, okay, the characteristic properties of an acid, okay. So how do you know that this is an acid, okay? So what are some of the things that helps you to identify, okay, when you react an acid with this substance, what is actually the outcome? What is you know, the products, okay? What products are formed out of that reactant, so in general the chemical reaction, okay? And then just like in general properties of acids, okay, so you must be able to determine the properties, or at least be able to state the properties of an acid, okay? So the acid, they have, for example, a sour taste, or they actually they burn cloves, or they can eat up metals or any substance, okay? They can burn your skin, all sorts of properties, okay? So that's objective number 6. So properties. Okay. And the other thing that objective number 7, okay? The objective number 7 is now, okay, so now like I was saying, the objectives are very cardinal, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, the last objective, not really the last, but the number 6, I think. The number 6 objective was that we have to understand what are some of the properties of acids. What are some of the properties of acids, okay? And then you should just be able to understand what could be the properties. How do you identify, okay? So how do you identify the properties of what an acid is actually characterized of? And then now the objective number 7 is that we also have to do the opposite of instead of acids, but we are also looking at the properties of bases, okay? So how do you be able, how can you identify that this is a base and based on what, okay? So you should be able to know also that. And then finally, the last objective, okay, that is under acid and bases, okay, excluding the salts, okay. So we have decided actually to separate the salts from the acid and bases, because acid and bases, they actually, you know, go hand in hand, so that we understand the two at the go. But nevertheless, the salts, they will come on their own time, okay. So basically what you're saying is that the last objective is for us now to understand what is the significance, or what is the significance, or rather the importance of acid, bases, and salts reaction. Okay, so we all know that in chemistry everything is about reaction, everything is about producing the new products, everything is about, chemical changes, energy given out, energy taken in for the speeding of a chemical reaction and stuff like that. But anyway, what are some of the importance, or what could be the most important thing about acid bases reaction? Okay, so we have seen that one of the most common chemical reaction that we normally see, and that can have a real life application, or at least an applied real life example, like a neutralization chemical reaction. So this is a reaction between an acid and also a base. So we see that most of the chemicals, they can actually be, neutralized. Okay, either we increase the amount of an acid, okay, looking at the basis of that chemical reaction we are talking about. For example, if you have more acid in your body, then we can actually kind of put the bases at least to compensate and also make the product, or the outcome, less toxic. Okay, and that is primarily the basic function of when you talk about one of the function of the liver in our body, is to neutralize some of the toxic substances, okay, that we may take in. Most of people have tried to suicide themselves, but to no avail, because the liver is there automatically to sense what kind of chemicals are they toxic, and the liver should at least do something, probably try to do something. If it can actually do it, then it's going to actually do it to save you from that kind of suicide. Okay, so thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Right Academy. Please share and also like this video and also our channel. Once you do subscribe to our channel, you'll be actually notified or receive automatic updates that we, the Right Academy, has actually posted a new video that you should be able to watch. So this is an overview of what is now coming next. So stay tuned. Make sure that you share our channel, you like this video, so that we cannot do these videos that we are doing at Radical Academy without you guys. From the start of this channel, I've been so appreciative because of your effort and just your support I'm getting. The numbers are not still the same. I'm really humbled. I'm so happy that you guys, you are always there for me, and keep on supporting me, and let us keep on supporting each other. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the actual video, which will be now talking about all these the objectives that I've talked about. Okay, so thank you so much once again. This is your Professor Mike, and this is the Right Academy. I'll see you in the next video.